Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. Hope everyone's all well and doing all right. West Ham have secured victory. Victory, people, in east of Suffolk, I think it is. Do you know what I'm saying? Before I get started, please do smash like on the video, subscribe to E20 Zone TV, hit notification bell and all that malarkey. I'm going to be honest, some of our players are fucking shit. I'm so glad this season's ended, and Jarrod Bowen is a hero in my eyes. Right, that man is a hero, someone who we need to build around for next year. Otherwise, he is out the door. He's bon voyage. See you later. A feeder side pet, so to speak. I'll start with the beginning. First 25 minutes of that game, I thought West Ham was absolutely shite. I thought we allowed them to come on to us. We was defending mainly in a back five. When people say it's a back three, it isn't a back three, it's a back five, because when West Ham go backwards, then we're defending the back five with numbers. Then we scored a good goal, and James Ward-Prowse gets a lot of stick. He scored his first goal since his return. Half time, get in, 1-0. 1-0, sorry. Yeah, second half come out, and then John Clare Todibo. He is fucking shit, people. I'm not even going to lie on this one, yeah. And I've got to be brutally honest. Even Tony Gale, who was on comms today, right, turned around and said that this geezer isn't fit. He isn't fit, ladies and gentlemen. And he basically was like all over the place. Absolute shocking, yeah, for their goal. 1-0. And then Jarrod Bowen, man, who, if we are not lucky, we lose this man. So we need to appreciate this man while he's here. We need to give him the tools to do the job. And do you know what? We are fucking blessed to have him. We really are. So, 2-1. And then obviously Mohamed Kudus scores a goal to make it 3-1. Didn't celebrate, which is a bit of a concern, but it is what it is. The ending was great. Yeah, the ending was, mate. Let's get this man in. What are you saying, Lucas, on that?
How's everyone doing? Hope we're all well.
All good, mate. What are you saying?
Yeah, a performance that I don't know I expected. I mean, you need to be beating Ipswich really, but it was just a nice positive way to end the season, I guess. Not very doom and gloom, but saw some goals, won the very last match. What more can you ask for?
Exactly that, mate. Exactly that. What do you
want not really like thrilled about it. I'll be honest, I'm very thrilled that the season's over. We can regroup in the summer, push on for next season. But we, as we can all probably agree, this season is just an absolute slobber knocker. It was grueling.
Yeah, I disagree. I really do. I've been having it with a couple of fucking idiots on X today who keep like blowing smoke up Potter's arse. But in the first 25 minutes of that game, we was defending mainly against an Ipswich Town side who had nothing about them, had no Liam Delap, and that when they was looking all over us in the first sort of 25, 30 minutes of that game. Do you know what I mean? And then we score a goal because of their fuck up. Do you know what I'm saying? For me, Jarrod Bowen we need to build a side around Jarrod Bowen. Simple as that. There's no like. Otherwise, you're going to lose him. It's as simple as that. If you don't build around him, you're going to lose him. So what do you want to do at the end of the day? There's no two ways about it. There's no sugarcoating it. Like, we've got a really top quality player in our ranks who's too good for England. Let's just make that clear, right? If you don't build around this motherfucker, he is gone. He's gone because someone will come in and drop money to Sullivan and say, what you're saying. If someone drops a bid of 85, 90 million for Bowen, which, how much would you say Bowen's worth right now?
Honestly. I really don't know. How old is he? 27?
27, 28.
At least 60.
Yeah. Well, if Kane can go for what he went for, 85, 90, I think it was, to Bayern Munich, Bowen can go for at least minimum 80. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, but I agree, really. If anything has proved this whole season, Jarrod Bowen is just the main constant in this team, no matter what manager he plays under whatever style, he still somehow finds a way to get 20 goal contributions, which I'll be honest, that's got to be one of the most impressive feats of the season. Having having 20 goal contributions in this side, that's unbelievable.
Let's talk about fucking. I can't even believe I'm saying it. I really can't. John Clare Todibo today.
I don't know. Again, you can see certain parts of his game where he is very good, but to me, he has no edge about him, in my opinion. He's got no like.
Yeah, but is there any
it's
excuse
like
though, Lucas? Like for him not being fit.
what?
It's game 38. Tony Gall, who's on comms today, turns around and says, Tadebo's breathing heavy. I don't think he's fit.
Yeah, no, there's no excuse. I've said this a million times. As soon as that news came out, after we signed him, or even during the transfer window, or during the summer when he wasn't training because he didn't have a club.
Yeah.
That makes absolutely zero sense, and that's incredibly unprofessional for someone that is in this profession that's getting paid millions upon millions of pounds, euros, whatever. But
Mate,
I don't know. Again, with Todibo, I've said it for a while. I don't think he's a bad player, but he's just not my type of defender. And he wears low socks as a center half. I can't get behind that. I can't get behind it. Tuck those socks up, son, please.
I've got to take the L. See, if Cameron's watching, I can admit when I'm wrong, son. You and your brother, was it GP fucking grandpa or a fucking enthusiast, can't admit when you're wrong. I've got it majorly wrong with today, but I thought he'd be a very good success at West Ham. And the only success he is, he's been eating out of Stratford, mate, in the fucking food court. So that's about it.
We really do not know yet. But again, it's really all down to preference. He just is not really my type of defender, personally.
Fucking hell, mate. Do you know what I mean? He's going to have like type 3 diabetes by the time he's fucking finished with it, this poor fucker. Jay, what are you saying?
Developing new types of diabetes, is he? Nice one.
100%.
Yeah, good evening.
Other diabetes are available. You know what I mean? There you go.
Evening, everyone in chat. Evening to you two lads. Yeah, we won a game of football. We have finished this season. I am delighted. Could not be happier. I actually thought for the most part we played pretty well as well. It was never going to be like, we know we're shit. Let's be honest. We are shit. So in the grand scheme of things, to see us move the ball around all right, score a couple of really good goals. James Ward-Prowse got off the mark for the season in the final game. My guy. Yeah, I'm pretty happy, lads. I'm happy that we can go and hide under a rock for the next few months as well. Like not have to endure that for a while. So yeah, very happy, mate. Very happy indeed.
Talk to me about Mo Kudus and Bowen today. Bowen. If we don't build around him, Jay, we're losing him. Simple as that. Like,
yeah,
there's nowhere to run there, is there?
I've always felt quite comfortable in thinking, yeah, Bowen's a West Ham boy. He's staying. Like, there's no one who could tempt him away. But the more you see how good he actually is, I thought he was brilliant today. Everything he did, I thought he was excellent. And you could see why he... I'm sure we'll come to... I don't know how much you've discussed about Kudus so far. I apologize, I was slightly late. But Kudus not starting, it could be he's on the way out. It could be that tactically he wanted to try something different. Who knows? But you could see with Bowen and Fulkrug interchanging as to who dropped in to get in the deep areas and get involved in the build-up. The other one was on the last man. And in the first half, especially before Fulkrug gassed out, I thought it was working really, really well. And I thought the pair of them were linking up really well. His finish today, oh my words, like it was so good. And just the way he played, drifting wide, drifting deep, playing off the final man.
Where wasn't he playing today?
Yeah, mate. I thought he was excellent. I thought he was absolutely excellent. So we do, I know we've talked about this a lot. Like we have to have a big summer. Will we? Who knows? Like I don't have any faith in us signing anyone good. But how many seasons is that bloke going to endure of us hovering around the bottom 5 and not playing European football and then getting snubbed for England when he deserves to be starting on that right wing for England based on that performance today? So yeah, I'm with you, mate. I thought he was brilliant, and I do think we've got to build around him. Kudus was an interesting one. I don't know what we think as to like what's gone wrong with him. Like there's a whole can of worms we could open in terms of that.
I think it's everything, if I'm being honest. I think it's the change of manager, the change of systems repeatedly all over the gaff. The change of where he's playing as a positional play, even as a left winger, just doesn't work. I think it's a load of things. But what you're saying about the rebuild this year, right? It's the biggest rebuild I've ever seen at West Ham in my fucking life. And everyone says, oh, it's a rebuild everywhere. Get in the fucking real world. This is a big one. Because if we fuck up on this, Bowen's gone. And that is it. It's game over then. Yeah, because I don't trust none of these players are in the team other than Bowen, Souček, and probably Wan-Bissaka. So now it's over to the ownership of this club to deliver. And Potter's got to look at this and all. He's got to look at his personal performance. People keep blowing smoke up this geezer's arse and telling me that, oh, wait till he gets his players. Well, I'm going to be fucking waiting, watching, and monitoring all over the summer. I'm going to be analysing everything.
And that's putting it lightly.
No, I'm being serious, Lucas. Because if this goes wrong next season, we go down. And I don't want to be negative. I'm being honest. Yeah, we go down. So with the teams that have coming up, Leeds, Burnley and Sunderland, it ain't going to be a piss easy league like it was this year. So we need to build around Jarrod Bowen. He proved to me today that's why you don't ever sub him off. Also, because he carries this team on his shoulders. He's got some fucking big shoulders, that kid. I will say that. What do you make of Debo, Jay? Because I thought he was shit.
I thought it was awful today. He looked all
Fucking
over the
shit,
shop,
mate.
didn't he? Yeah. I see your comments. I think it was on social media about what Tony Gale was saying in co-coms today. He just looked off it, didn't it? That was a really, really poor Ipswich side. Like when they played at our place, I thought they were bad, and I thought they were bad today as well. And you can see why they're going down.
And playing in a system like that, you should not be huffing and puffing. In my opinion.
100%. And it was against their second choice striker, Ipswich's second choice striker, and Tadibo was getting the runarounds. It was baffling, mate, absolutely baffling. That entire back three, I thought, were like in a game where they were not under a lot of pressure. I thought they were all poor. I thought they all really, really struggled today. And I actually thought Mavropanos was probably the best out of three of them, which says it all. We got big problems there, mate, and you can see why we're having to default to this like three at the back system. It's because they're not good enough. They're just not good enough. I missed it. Like, bring me back like prime Ogbonna, prime Zuma. That first season of Kurt Zuma where nothing went through him. And I remember him making his debut away to Zagreb. And he was fit and he came straight into the lineup and he was unreal.
Nothing went under, through, or above.
Yeah.
It was total Area 51 lockdown, shut down, close the windows. You're in a prison, the penitentiary.
Exactly. So we desperately need a big centre back to coming through because I just got no faith in him next season. Like you say, James, I think I'm not relaxed. I think we're in real trouble next year, to be honest.
See, so what? Just to cut in there, but that's what I love about you and Lucas to a point, because you know that there's a problem here, but you're not just going to oversee it and go, it's all going to be fine, right? I can't deal with people, young or old, if they block me, fucking unfollow me and all this bollocks, right? I do not give a fuck, but I will not see my people burying their head in the sand. I can't allow that to happen because I've seen that one too many times, and there's been a few times where we've got away with fucking murder to stay. It's all
about balance, and when you look at this squad,
you have to be balanced.
No balance. There's no balance at all, and like that back three, what's one thing all three of them do well? They pass the ball around the back decently. They're all right defenders. What's one thing they don't do well? Head balls away.
Fucking defend.
Yeah, like there's just no grit in that back line. And again, I don't care for having three progressive possession-based center halves. You need to have at least one of those. Maybe he is shit on the ball, but he clears everything away. He defends properly. He gets stuck in. We need one badly.
Well, obviously 3 points, and it is what it is. We finished 14th in the league. So we started. Was it 14th we finished? Was it
14th? Yeah, I think it's 14th.
So we started at 14th. We finished at 14th.
It's not all doom and gloom.
Listen, it's 2 wins in 10 now, lads. Right? Trust the process. Do you know what I'm saying? But you know, I just want to get your sort of final thoughts, because before I do get your final thoughts, I just want to say this. I want to thank everyone who's been like supporting this channel over the last year. Do you know what I'm saying? I've had a lot of subscribers. I'm nearly at the 5,000 mark. And do you know what? I can accept people's opinion, but I haven't got to agree to it. And I do think that people need to look at the summer, enjoy the summer. That's the first thing. Fuck West Ham. Enjoy the summer, right? But look at it from afar and see what is really going on, right? Because we've witnessed a player today who plays for our club who's very, very fucking good.
Class.
And if we don't sort ourselves out, and we don't sort ourselves out properly, he won't be here. And I don't want to see us go back to the old days of having shit at this club. I've seen it one too many times. I've gone through the mill with this club, like a lot of older people who have gone through the mill with this club, and I'm not prepared to see good players leaving this club and us coming in and having to deal with shit. I really am not. So boys, tell me your sort of thoughts of this season as a whole, and any final words from you, boys.
Oh, lads, it's been hard, isn't it? Yeah, and it been difficult. Like, do you know, we've obviously sat down and had a lot of conversations over the course of the season, and it was. I was excited at the start of the season, and like, you know, when you can try and buy into what we're trying to do on the pitch.
Of course
and
you were. We won the window.
Yeah, exactly. And we all drank the Kool-Aid a bit, right? Like, we were signing lots of players. It was exciting, and it just very quickly dissipated. And then I wanted to touch on the Lopetegui versus Potter thing. Now that we've finished the season, we got just over half the season with Lopetegui. We got just under half the season with Potter, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I maintain. I mean, obviously the results have not improved. The style of football has not improved. The team morale seems to have improved, but if that doesn't translate to results on the pitch, does it matter? I maintain that Lopetegui would have lasted longer if he wasn't such an abhorrent character behind the scenes. The dressing room unrest and the talk of him being unapproachable and horrible to deal with, I think, is the only reason that he's not still there, because Potter clearly was not an upgrade. And we said at the time, I remember the three of us sat here talking about it, and we were like, I'm not inspired. I wasn't inspired then. I'm not inspired now.
Yeah.
If this is what we got moving forward, then, you know, he's got his recruitment team around him. He's got a lot of players leaving in the summer, and you look at that lineup today, and I think maybe two of those players are good enough to start every game for West Ham next season. Maybe two. I'd say Wan-Bissaka and Bowen are good enough. The rest of them all either need to improve as players, or we need to improve on them. Basically. So he's got a big summer ahead of him, mate, and there'll be nowhere to hide next season. Because I'm one of these, I do believe he inherited a difficult task. I do believe he should have done better with what he's got, but I will cut him some slack, because I've said before, I'll say again, I don't want to see us turn into Watford and sack managers willy-nilly and just keep rinse and repeating constantly, because that's a dangerous road to go down. But there will be nowhere to hide next season. He's got a lot to do in the summer, and he's got to get the team flying pretty quickly. So yeah, a lot to come in the summer, I'd say.
Lucas?
Yeah, I mean, just as a whole, this season was incredibly unenjoyable. I mean, it all really started with the Lopetegui appointment, and then the gassing of the window, the gassing of certain players, which, again, I got Guido Rodriguez dreadfully wrong. And I don't know. It wasn't an enjoyable season. Ever since Potter came in, I've told you and Jay 1,000 times, like, I chucked it in from there, because I didn't think we were going to get relegated. We had nothing to play for besides that FA Cup match, which after that was when I was like, yeah, there's really no point. But I understand why people were so passionate about it. But for me, the real effect and the realism isn't going to happen for me until the summer window starts. And that's when we will know for sure. There's no problem with people predicting or trying to get their ideas and statements out first. But for me, I'm never going to speculate until the start of the window and then 10, 15 matches in the next season. Because I even said it today. We had a little talk on Twitter. Like, I'm not a fan of this 3-5-2. I hope we don't see it in the summer or next season. And I don't think we will. But if he does continue it, I'll be Potter out very quickly, because that shape is dross. It's fucking awful.
I don't like it, mate. I don't like it. Listen, but it's been fucking hard this year. Like, last year was hard with the Moyes in, Moyes out thing consistently. This year's been poor. This one's been draining for a lot of reasons. I think it's one of the worst seasons that I've witnessed as a West Ham fan since probably Avram Grant season, when we went down. There was just nothing about us all year. We was getting slapped up at the start of the year. Some of the games that we've witnessed, and there's been some epic rants on this channel from me, which I have got to apologise. And I've got to humble myself a little bit. Yeah, keep losing me rag, because listen, I care, but I care in my own way, and people care in their own way, and I've got to respect that they care in their own way. But this season's been fucking hard work from minute one, and witnessing the hammering against Chelsea at home, the fucking hammering at Spurs, the annihilation against Arsenal at
Losing
the
to
LS,
Leicester.
Leicester, to name a few, like which I will go through game by game, like in a video, like to wrap up the season. It's been hard work, and it shouldn't be like this at West Ham. Not where we was last year to where we are to the current day. To start with Potter at 14th and finish at 14th, it's been epic to a point, and it is what it is. But listen, like all we can do now is reassess it, enjoy the summer, enjoy like the weeks off, and just wait until what they do. Yeah. If Potter surprises me, I'm a big enough man, and I'm a man to hold my hands up and say I got it wrong with Potter. Yeah, from last season to the present day. Yeah, if he gets it right. But my fear is that I just don't know.
We
I just
we
don't
just
know with him.
don't we just don't know yet though what like getting it right means, because as we all know, like with our last window, summer window, everyone overhyped it, gassed it to the moon, right? And those were like the expectations that were set after a great window. But now I just think we have to keep our expectations realistic and as just even keel as possible. Like if Potter can get in some good young talent and players that we've never heard of before, which we're going to. We're already linked with about 10 players I've never heard of a day in my life, and they end up being decent, and we finish anywhere from like 10th to 12th. I think that will be decent for us. And then going forward after that, we might be able to attract one or two more good players, and then we can start having hopes for a European push, not to make Europe, but compete possibly.
Yeah, one of my mates turned around and said this to me the other day, and I make him 100% right. If there's a time to break into that top 10, it will be next year, because all them teams that are in Europe consistently Thursday, Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday, etc., it's going to be the best time for West Ham to sort of make a claim to try and get European football next year. Do you know what I'm saying? And if they can do that, then I can come on here and I'll say, right, fair play to him. The issue is that we have to make sure we build. We have to make sure this fucking owner's out the door. Yeah, I think that's a key thing and all. I think this owner needs to go, like, because I just don't think he's fit enough to run a club like ours. And we deserve the best, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be straight. We deserve the best. And this season's just been a shambles for a lot of things. Also, the thing with Mickey at the start of December, I think that derailed the team completely. Like Mikel Antonio, like going off and fucking driving into a tree. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's been so much, and it has been draining. And I'm going to be straight. I'm glad. I've never been more glad to have a season end. I even said it to my missus, who's currently in the chat there, right? That it's a sort of season now where I can just sit back. I'm going to have a few weeks off. All I'm going to do is pre-recorded shit.
I'm going on a booze cruise after this, so I'm going to be living life.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, usual living it up. Do you know what I'm saying? Right. I'm going to ask you a few questions before we wrap this up. Worst defeat this season, lads?
There's been some bad ones, isn't there? Leicester away was bad.
Yeah, for me, that one, that was your typical, like, people will look at the stats, but we just weren't good that day, and that one really hurt, to be honest.
Is that the worst for you?
There's genuinely so many to choose from. What, Liverpool at home, Arsenal at home, Brighton, yeah.
There is
Brighton.
too many to count, genuinely.
Come on, lads, give us one.
I'm gonna go with Leicester, because genuinely, even though I've said all season I don't think our players are good enough, you gotta beat fucking Leicester. They're absolute dog. Yeah. Same with Ipswich today. Like, we weren't that great, but you gotta beat them.
I think it was the moment, wasn't it? Because when we were watching how the first half of the season unfolded, Leicester was the point where we were like, right, we've got a run of games that we can win here. I know it's been tough. We were bedding in under a new manager, which is that famous phrase. And we were like, right, there's a run of 4 games that we could win 4 games here, shoot ourselves into mid-table, and everything could be fine. And we kicked it off losing 3-1 away to Leicester in a game where we had tons of the ball and just looked like we had no clue how to get through their back four. And they were awful. They were absolutely rubbish, and they just cut through us like a knife through butter. So I think that was the moment where I was like, okay, this season's it's gone. Like it was literally gone at that moment. And we had worse defeats in that run after that. So, yeah. So I think that for me.
For me, the worst defeat is Brighton for me. I thought we were starting to look all right. That's one of the worst defeats for me. I think also the Chelsea result doesn't really get painted enough. Like when they just completely destroyed us off the ball.
Home or away?
Home.
Okay.
We
That's probably 1A, 1B for me.
Yeah.
That was really bad. Actually, I'm switching my answer. That was an absolute complete disgrace.
It was. I couldn't believe what I was watching, where players were just running all over the place.
You want to talk about knocking out of second gear? They didn't even start the fucking car.
Mate, they were fucking pushing the car, mate. What stage? They wouldn't even start. It didn't even start.
Put that thing in neutral, and they had one guy pushing it uphill.
Chelsea at home, Brighton away. Right, best victory, lads.
Arsenal away, 1,000%.
Arsenal away. Oh, what a day, Lucas! That was so much fun. Yeah.
We still have Arsenal away, lads. We still have Arsenal away.
War a trophy.
Fuck yeah, that's a trophy for us, mate. Fuck it. We'll take anything we can. Do you know what I mean? We won the battle of the Arsenal.
By the way, Declan Rice captaining them today.
Yeah,
did he? Oh, God.
It has begun. Arsenal away for me, but also I'm going to give a shout out to Lopetegui on Newcastle away. I thought that was an excellent win. And I thought that was a win where we looked good from start to finish. They didn't take their chance. I remember the game because I got pissed on the fucking afterthought. Basically, they easily had a chance and then basically didn't put it away. And we was excellent for that game. Like Somerville was good, Paqueta was good. They was all good. So yeah, Newcastle away and Arsenal away. And lads, any final words for you boys before you sail off into the sunset?
Just think, fuck, the season's over. The negativity will maybe halt for a week, maybe two if we're lucky. And then hopefully we just, again, I've never been big on names or stuff like that. I'm just really hoping that Potter has a clear vision in the way he wants to play, and he's going to bring in players that play the way he wants to play, because I'm sick of seeing some of these players that, one, aren't good enough, and two, just they do not fit the philosophy at all. Like for me today, again, I wasn't like really invested. I was just so happy season was over. But the fact that I saw Edson Alvarez today just dominate the ball in possession, my hand was on my face. Just
he was awful as well today. He was awful, like absolutely dreadful.
So, and again, I'm not saying that James Ward-Prowse is 10 times the player or anything, but people slate him all the time. I'd rather see him on the ball 100,000% more than Alvarez. But all in all, I just really hope we bring in players that fit the way that we want to play. And I think if we can do that, surely we push on from 14th.
Yeah, let's hope so, mate. Let's hope so. My final thought is this. First of all, get me words out. Fuck me. First of all, I want to thank all the boys who have come on this channel and all the people that have come on the channel over the last sort of 9 months, from Mitch and obviously Lucas, Jay, and a few other lads who've come on. It's been an hard season. It really has. And I'm so glad it's over. But I need to see something in the summer. I need to see this club turn into the club that I believe it can be. And we need to see that as a fan base. Now, when I look at this season and I look at everything, it has been draining, and it's a learning curve for all of us to say, you know what, sometimes in life, it ain't broke, don't fix it, so to speak. But I just want everyone to go out and enjoy themselves. That's the first thing. And enjoy their summer. Don't worry about West Ham and who we're signing and all that. Because I'm going to be straight, I don't know half the fucking players that we're signing. I really don't. And I've got no idea how good these players are or whatever. So, it is what it is. Kane saying Will Steele's going to own Carrick. He probably is, mate. He probably is. And I want to thank all the subscribers, everyone who subscribes to the channel, all the haters out there. I'm still here. I'm still breathing. I will never be defeated, mate.
Thank you to all the members as well, and the donations that you guys randomly pop up with, all that.
Yeah, and all of that, mate. Basically, all of that. Because one thing with me, I'm a humble geezer. People might not like me, but they don't even fucking know me. Do you know what I mean? Get to know me and get to know me. Some of these lads have got to know me over the years. I'm a fucking diamond, mate. And I'm not even blowing my own fucking trumpet. Like my missus does that for me for free. So there you go. So at the end of the day, enjoy yourselves and listen. We got there, lads. We got there at the end, right, of this season. We really did. People, it's been a pleasure. Take care of yourselves. I'm going to do the player ratings on this game. It's a pre-recorded. It'll be out later on tonight, and then there'll be a few videos coming up over the next few days, and then that is me done. So yeah, take care of yourselves. Peace.